Wow. Yeah, life is a weird thing, so we have to live every moment because we just don't know what's going to happen from one minute to the next. So I guess that's as good a time as any to bring up my three topics. So if this interests you, let me know. Someone asked me today about sex in the workplace. Is that a good idea or not? And what to do about a sexless marriage? And confidence and honesty. Is that the best way to go with cougars or women in general? So those are three topics. And I guess I'm going to just start with the first one, which was what to do if someone's hitting on you in your workplace. So I don't know if that's ever happened to any of you guys or girls or whoever, but yeah, I think it's kind of like one of those things that you really have to think about the consequences before you jump into. I think you should think about the consequences on everything, but especially when you're having any doubts about whether or not you should hit on someone in the workplace. First of all, especially the person I was talking to was saying that if the person is married, should I hit on her? And I'm like, no, you should not, because I don't believe in hitting on married people at all, unless they have an open marriage, which you need to figure out right from the get-go. Is it really open? Does one person think it's open and the other one doesn't? That's an honesty thing. So I guess I'm back to the 4 agreements, the book that I always talk about. The first one, I guess, is the most important, which is be impeccable to your word. Don't go having sex in the workplace unless you know that A, once it's over, you're not going to lose your job or feel uncomfortable, and B, make sure that person is single. So yeah, that's what I have to say. And what do you guys think about that? I'd like to hear about what your thoughts are on having sex in the workplace, and is it something that is worth the risk? Let's see. Okay, so, oh, right, you guys, I'm so close. 13 more subscribers on YouTube. So this applies to both of you guys on Instagram and YouTube. If you could go over and subscribe, hit the notifications button, you'll know when I'm on. And also, I want to get that 50,000 marker. I don't know why, it's just a goal of mine. But I've been always wanting to hit 50,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I'm 13 away as per Mr. Badness. Okay, so anything else with sex in the workplace, if anybody has any questions about it or thoughts on it, throw them my way here. And okay, now hitting on the next topic, which is sexless marriage. What do we do about not having sex in a marriage? And I guess that is pretty much the only thing I can advise on that is sex is important. You're never too old to have sex. You're never too, if your marriage is, everything else is great but the sex, you should be able to start talking about it. And if it bothers you, to go to see if it can't be resolved by just having a conversation, I would say go to a marriage therapist and talk it out in front of the counselor or therapist or sex therapist, especially, because it's not good when one person feels one way and the other one doesn't feel the other way. I mean, there's so many variables, so I can't really advise much other than communicate about it and to go see a therapist about it if that doesn't work. But you shouldn't be in a sexless marriage, especially if you're wanting it and she's not, or he's wanting it and you're not. It's not going to work in the long run. It's going to cause resentment, and it's going to cause you guys to grow apart. So sometimes it's like a little litmus test about what's going on in the relationship. Jim, you're welcome. Okay. So, and if anybody has any thoughts about whether or not that would work or not, please throw them out here. And hi to everyone who's just joining me. Don't forget to check out my podcast called Sex Talk with My Mom. It's really funny. I think it's really funny. But we also talk about stuff that should be talked about, like sex. Again, that's the same kind of thing. Why I do my podcast, it has to do with, what we were just talking about with the sexless marriage. I do my podcast so that people do talk about things that are upsetting them or are good. You can talk about anything, but remember that if you don't talk about it, it's not going to change. So it must be discussed. And if you don't have someone to help you out, I'm sure there are like free services throughout like every city that'll help you with counseling and things like that. Okay. And the last topic was confidence and honesty with especially cougars. So I had somebody write into me and asking me, like, is it true that being more honest and more vulnerable will actually help you get older women? And I said, yes, it is, because older women don't play games and will really respect a man that's open and honest as opposed to someone who's just putting on this like macho front. So I think that's what he was asking. But again, I'm throwing it out there to you guys. What do you think? Um, oh, so Ari's saying dittos on marriage and relationship counseling. I've had very good results. Okay, there you go. So we agree. Yeah, if you don't get help, it's not going to change. That's the thing. Let's see. All right, so what's going on here on Instagram? Canadians. Here, kisses to Canadians from France. Someone's from France. That's awesome. Did I reach the 50,000? Not yet. I'm not there yet. You guys, I need 13 more. But I appreciate all the help getting there. And yeah, I'm really excited about it. Once I hit that mark, I may do some sort of a special live stream. I'm not sure. A little party. Sincerity beats false bravado. So Ari, yes. When it comes to if you're trying to meet older women, definitely, I think any woman would appreciate honesty over some fake, fuckboy type attitude. Okay, where were we? I'm going to talk to someone. Just hurts when you say I love you and she doesn't say anything back. I even text her when she's at work, but she doesn't say anything. Okay, so it's more than just the sex, Jim. It's also that it's a verbal thing. You feel like you're not getting much back. You're doing all the work and she's not. So maybe this is something that would really benefit from you guys going to talk to someone. I would say that is the best thing. And if she won't go with you, go by yourself. Okay. So what else is going on here? Yeah, 50,000 subscribers on YouTube, Mama Daru. We're almost there. So if you guys go to YouTube, give a little press of the button there. Hi from Greece, in Italy. You're looking for hot women and to no avail. Not going to talk about the youngest guy I've ever slept with again. Some of these questions are repetitive. Have I ever heard of cuckolding and what do you think about it? I've definitely heard of it. A lot of people are into it. And if that's your thing, go for it. I mean, I'm not one to yuck anybody's yum here. Okay. What do you guys think about it? Anybody have any viewpoints on that? I'm trying to find a cougar. Most people are trying to find cougars, and it's actually more of what you're looking for is a confident, older, unique, genuine, assertive, and racy woman. So find that person by just going out there and meeting people. Just don't sit in your room and expect that that person just land at your doorstep. You got to go out and work it. Go out and meet people, talk to people, just make friends with people. That's the best thing I would advise. Let's see. Trust me, I got a phone call in one. I already went to help getting over jealous, and he helped me. Okay. Yeah. So Jim, jealousy usually has a lot to do with insecurity from in yourself. So find out why you're feeling jealous. And also if you need help figuring out how to discuss something, that would be a good place to start as well. KarenLee, why are cougar topics your choice? Why do I choose this topic? I didn't choose it. It chose me. And I figured out that it is a place that is lacking on the internet. There's not a lot of women my age that are willing to go on and talk to people about what it's like to be with younger guys or to be with any men in general. There's most girls out there might be just talking about wing women and that kind of stuff, but I'm willing to talk about it, pretty much anything here. Husband and I are good for the most part, Janie. I'm having issues on him being secretive about things that aren't things to be secretive. It's a good question, Janie. You know what? That is that's a common thing, I think. I've had that issue too. Being with someone who's secretive, you got to wonder why are they being secretive? And I think it comes from a trust level. The worst thing is when you can't trust the person you're with. So I guess the reason people I think are secretive is they're afraid of what would happen if you found out. Would you be upset about it? And you're saying there's no reasons even there that there's no reason for them to be secretive. So I think that it's just a matter of sitting your partner down and saying to them, let's talk about this. Let's talk about why you feel the need to be secretive about like eating a cookie. Do you think I'm going to yell at you if you eat a cookie? What is it that you're being secretive about and why are you being secretive? But it's uncomfortable when someone is doing something, and especially if it's like something not that important. Then you wonder, well, if they're being secretive about eating a cookie, what else are they being secretive about? So, I mean, no one's going to be completely honest about everything. Most people aren't going to completely tell you every deep, dark fantasy or secret that they're having, but to have stupid secrets for no reason might be a symptom of something's going on. But I get it totally. And it's uncomfortable to be on the receiving end of that, especially if you're a very honest person, which it sounds like you are. Okay. All right. Where were we on Instagram here? From Chile. You're from Chile. Do you think I should go and find a place to stay until we work this out? Jim. That would definitely give her a reason to think. And that's a good idea, maybe. But I think I'd start with let's just not break it further apart by doing that. I would start with just going to a counselor together and then deciding with the counselor if that's a good thing for the two of you to go through. I mean, it's definitely a suggestion, but I think it's something that you would like to discuss together rather than with. If you're going to a therapist, I would start with that. Definitely. Bryson, I answered the question on your Instagram. Thank you for the reply. Oh yeah, things are getting better. So I was talking to people on my Instagram about the importance of change, and is change always good? I think so. Even if it seems like it's not at the beginning, I think change always ends up ultimately being hard sometimes, but good. What do you guys think about change? Okay. And Janie, let me know what. Yeah, trust is something we both had problems in our past relationships. So I think you hit it on the nail. Okay. Yeah. So again, if you've had bad experiences with someone and you don't trust them and they don't, and they've also had bad experiences, that's like a very raw feeling. And the best thing to do if you both feel that way is to talk about it as much as possible. I think it's super important to talk about trust. Because it's like you don't feel safe. I'm not going to have anybody join me on Instagram because I did that once and it was some guy whacking off. So sorry to these guys that want to be on Instagram live with me. Do you think I should? Okay, you're welcome there, Jim. Mike, the woman I like is 47 and I'm 25. When she was married, she was always saying how handsome that if she was single, she would date me. Now she's single, but now she's saying that she's too old for me. That's pretty common, that whole thing with I'm too, there's a lot of social stigma out there about older women dating younger men. It doesn't work the other way around, but it's definitely out there. And so what I would do, Mike, is I would just be pretty persistent if I was you. I would try it. I mean, she was always saying how handsome you were, so there's something there. And I wouldn't come on real hard, but I would just be friends right now. She's single. And yeah, I might agree with her. Say, yeah, you are too old for me, but we can flirt. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't give up. I would keep pursuing that. Because I think if she just is recently becoming single, she might be interested in having a relationship that's casual with you. Or not. Oh, I'm so sorry about all these French people here that I'm not able to communicate with. Sorry, Ariel, but my French was in high school. It's been a while. Hey, big city apple, how are you? Okay. I like your advice about being. Hi, Karen. I took your advice about being pushed aside. Paula, remind me, please, what happened with that? Alexander, how would you go to an older woman in a club without it looking weird? Oh, go up to an older woman in the club. Don't worry about what it looks like to anybody else, Alex, because these girls, older women, are very flattered by the attention. So it might feel uncomfortable to you, but if you don't, I would say if you don't let that come out externally, then you'll be okay. So in other words, don't worry about what people think. Just walk up and do your thing. Let's see. Ari's suggesting to Jim, who's having issues with his wife not wanting to be intimate, that be glad she isn't just lying and telling you what you want to hear. Tell her you respect that and don't want to pressure her to feel things prematurely. Good advice from Ari. We are always on the same page there, Ari. Let's see. Am I ready for Christmas? I'm ready for this holiday season I've been celebrating since my birthday in September. Would you sugar daddy a younger guy? What's your opinion? I don't like taking care of people. I have 3 kids. So no, I would not, but I am living with a younger man for the last 10 and a half years. But we have a relationship, like peer to peer. It's not sugar daddy. Because I don't think any older man wants to take care of a younger woman either. It's just that's kind of more acceptable, I guess. I don't know. Not into that whole dynamic, actually. Mr. Piratebrain, before I left my wife, I tried to get her to go to counseling with me, but refused, so I went on my own. Finally, after 2 years of therapy, I filed for divorce. I feel leaving your home is the last resort. Okay, good suggestion for Jim. Don't leave the home until you've tried the counseling. Paula, she was doing that for a reason. She has someone else. Yeah. She pushed you aside, and that's because she has someone else. You found that out. Okay. So wouldn't you rather, you're glad you found that out and move on to someone who's going to treat you with respect and dignity, right? Will I make love to you? Spoken words? Probably not. Paula, you feel like a fool. Don't feel like a fool. I'm glad you found this out, and who cares? I mean, again, I'm going to go back to the 4 agreements. And number 3 is don't take anything personally, because everyone's got their own shit going on, and don't let them push it onto you and make you feel like crap. Okay, that's it doesn't make sense. Just realize that if somebody's not into you, they're not into you, and it could be for a number of reasons. Pretend it's like if you went to a job interview and you didn't get the job. Would you take it personally? No. Maybe they found someone who's more qualified. Maybe they found someone who has, the exact things that they're looking for, and you don't have that. Big deal. That you can't take that personally. You just say, okay, I'll get a job that they do need my specific qualifications. How come Cam doesn't do live things? Cam is my son. He is the person I do sex talk with my mom with, and we are going to do live things, especially maybe we're going to Australia. Maybe we'll do live things in Australia, but I'm going to tell him, Hoko, that you said that because I think we should do more live stuff. I'm still looking for a woman, but still not having any luck. Chris, it just takes one. Just keep looking, keep getting yourself out there, keep doing things to, increase your visibility. And try just not being so desperate either. Make sure that you're not being so intense. Just take it light. I think the best thing for Chris, what you should do is just focus on you. You'd be surprised that the more you focus on bettering yourself, the more attractive you're going to be to everybody else. So if you can make yourself the best you can be, and be funny and light and not so serious and intense and trying to find a relationship and putting that kind of pressure on yourself, you'll have a lot more chances with people. So keep looking there, Chris. September, that's a long time ago. Yes, that was my birthday. Uh, okay. Is there any way you can tell if an older woman is open to the concept of being with a younger man when you're on a night out? Yeah, you got to, Alexander, first of all, you got to look at both nonverbal and verbal cues. So, nonverbal meaning if she's flirting with you with her eyes or her hair or her boobs or all that kind of stuff, you can tell by body language if the person's into you. And if they're not into you, you could tell that as well. If they're on the phone ignoring you or, whispering to their friends or whatever. The other thing is that if you are talking to them and they're like laughing at your jokes and they seem interested in this conversation, you could tell also if they're interested in you. So, yeah, you just have to pay attention to these cues. Do you have any photos of you from the 80s? Would you go back in time if you had a chance? Good question, Gregarious. Photos of me from the 80s? Yeah, I'm sure I have photos of me from the 80s. It was not the best look, by the way, because I think I permed my hair and I don't know. That was a crazy time, right? The 80s. But would I go back in time? No. I don't believe in going back in time because everything that I've learned from this time back has helped me shape who I am. So I don't want to go back in time and start that whole thing again because it was a lot of learning that I had to do. And I was having babies then. You're welcome, Paula. I hope that works out. Everybody that I do talk to here on Instagram or YouTube, please let me know in the next live stream or in the comment section below, like what advice I gave you and how it helped or didn't help. I'd like to hear from you. So there's comments on the bottom of the YouTube after you subscribe, because I need you to subscribe, but put at the bottom the comments of what we talked about, what helped, if you heard me talk to somebody else and it helped, if you have more questions based on stuff that I've talked to other people about, because we had a lot of talk today about different things and the sex in the workplace, sexless marriage, confidence and honesty instead of this fake bravado, trusting your partner when you're in a relationship, how to ask the person, how to ask older women out, what to look for. We've had a lot of talk about a lot of that stuff. Okay, just definitely keep me posted there, Jim. There's positive energy emanating from me. I only believe in positive energy. I think negative energy just is such a downer. How many kids born by you? 3, Safat. 3 have been born by me. Mike, she told me once that she was with somebody else, but I don't think it's true. She said that she wants to keep this unconditional love friendship forever. So that means I don't have a chance. Mike, that does not mean that. That's what she's saying right now. But you never know. A lot of times, like me and my boyfriend, initially, both of us were not at all interested in having a relationship. And look at it's 10 and a half years later, almost 11 years, and we're in a very serious relationship. So you never know what's going to happen. How do you define a threesome partner who won't make your girlfriend feel threatened? I have no idea. I've not done that threesome things, but I think let her maybe find the partner. If she finds the partner, maybe she won't feel threatened. If she was into it, she may not be into it. You should have the other kids on the show with Cam. We have had one podcast episode with my kids, and maybe they'll do it. I don't know that. Some of them are not is wanting to be public about their life. And I'm going to have to go right now. Let's see. A lot of friendship turns into loving relationships. Thank you, Janie. That's exactly right. Okay. So she has no game. Ha, ha, ha. All right. That's about it. Again, if you guys could help me out, tell people about my podcast and Sex Talk with My Mom. Tell them about this show because I need the 50,000 subscribers so I can have like a little online party here before I leave for Australia. So you guys have to help me out here. If you're on Instagram, go to YouTube. If you're watching this later on, make sure you like the video. And that's about it for today. I do this because I love it and I love helping people. And that's it. Have a great day. And I love you all. Bye-bye.